So right here, get yourself a pot, fill it up just as long as you don't go over this little cover, and then just wait until there. Once it gets to hasta allí, if you put too much, just dump some out. Pero don't let it go on top of that, so the tamales are not sitting in the water. And then you're gonna stack up the tamales. Then you're gonna put some rocks or something on top, or tie it with the rope. And like this pot that I'm also gonna use, it has these legs at the bottom. You could use this, but if I fold them, I'm gonna have a little bit of water, so I'm gonna have to hurry up. Be putting more water more often. And then this other pot is about 16 inches deep. And so I'm gonna have the legs standing up, so I get to put more water, so I don't have to keep replacing it as often. And then you fill it up and you stack it up with the tamales all the way to the top, and then you tie it down. So here are my first batch of tamales that we made a day ago. So I'm gonna show you here how we stack them up, put them in there, and just stand them up. And you keep repeating the same process all the way around. And once you have them, you made a full circle, then you keep going and just keep stacking up even more. So you leave this open and start covering it. Here's where you just put the towel over and cover it, just to make sure that it's nice and close all the way around. So then you put the lid on, and then you also hold it. I put a rope to hold the lid in place so the steam doesn't come out, and then it's ready to go. So what we're gonna do is boil the water, so then it starts to create vapor, and that's what's gonna cook it. So it's gonna cook for well, at least this amount. It's gonna take at least 2 to 3 hours. Like this oil right here, this might take about an hour and a half. The smaller one, it depends how deep you stack them. But if not, then it's just gonna be just about 2 hours. And then you check them. You're gonna take everything off, take one out, and then cut it and see if the masa already cooked. If it's too mushy and too soft, it needs a little bit more time. And the most important thing is always make sure that it has water, because if it doesn't have water, then the oil is gonna start to burn, and all your hojas from the tamales are gonna start burning. So I always check it maybe every half an hour, especially yours. Maybe every like 20 minutes, just make sure that it has enough water. Don't put too much water that the tamales are in the water, just as long as it's under the parrilla that you put to separate the water from the tamales. So we'll check in back in 2 hours, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. As you see here, the steam is coming out of the sides. I tied it down to keep pressure, vapor inside. This one as well. Just basic, just keep it down. Have it medium heat. It's been in for an hour and 10 minutes. I'll be checking in like in 15 minutes for this one, because this one only had a little bit of water. So I'll have to like take all this off and then inspect it. Right here, take off the toalla, take off the leaves, and then check it. You see it's starting to form, but it's not, it's still too soft. See how it sticks? It's not ready. So I'm gonna cover it back up. Ah, that's already twice I burned myself. Okay, so this is not ready. Gonna roll it back up, cover it. But now I'm looking to see to make sure it has water. All right, so I have my hole in there where I'm gonna check. Let's see if you can see. Okay, so right here is gonna be the hole where I'm gonna check the water. Let's see if you could go on without getting foggy. So in there. So I don't pour it on the tamales. Still put a little bit more. And right here, so they're ready. So now you take them out. Gotta be careful that you don't get burned because they're gonna be steaming hot. Then you unwrap it, take off the leaf, and then get a fork, and then you're gonna cut it open. And when you cut it, you're gonna see that that it's not like too mushy. You see how it cuts really easy, but it's cutting up in pieces. It's not all like still masa. It's already cooked, so it's pretty good now.